Hello fellow torture enjoyers, and welcome back to another very pathetic episode of Hearts of Iron 4 Formables A to Z, where today we will be forming the Emirates of Afghanistan. Does this one count? Yeah, I don't even know if this one counts, to be honest. It doesn't even have a flag on the wiki, it's just there. Why was it added? I don't know. I'm too lazy to go against the list today, so I guess we'll have to go to fucking Afghanistan. I looked over the focus tree a bit, and I think to get to the Emirates of Afghanistan, you either have to do Crown the Bukharan Emir, or do Crown the Golden Emir. Does it matter which one you do? I don't know. I guess we'll get started with against Kabul, which means we're gonna have to do a civil war in Afghanistan. But yeah, if you're not aware, Afghanistan probably does start with some of the worst spirits in the entire game. You're also surrounded by 3 countries that are way stronger than you and Xinjiang. And of course, you are landlocked and also just surrounded by mountains. Good luck invading anyone. I guess Afghanistan's front for defensive games, but are defensive games that fun? In my opinion, not really, but maybe some people like them. I don't know. I just like attacking. Maybe Afghanistan just isn't for me. I still have trauma from the last time I played Afghanistan that I have not come to terms with. That we have done against Kabul. What am I gonna... Oh, yeah, that's right. Remember the Cost Rebellion, which gives us 3% more war support, but tragically reduces research speed by a whopping 1%. We're not gonna figure out anything anymore. And now that we've done Remember the Cost Rebellion, I mean, we can apparently request German support and Japanese support, so it should actually be pretty easy claps now that I think about it. But for now, we are going to invite Waziristan rebels, which gives us less stability once again, but gives us 50 political power and gives us 10,000 manpower during the Civil War. Alright, now that we've invited Waziristan rebels, we will now stir unrest in the east, which gives us more war support, get 1 military factory, and keep a couple of states from breaking away during the Civil War. And now that we've done stir unrest in the east, the Fakirs revolt will have to wait, because I need foreign countries to carry me through the Civil War. Otherwise, it will take literal centuries and I'll lose my goddamn mind. United Kingdom revisits colonial policy, and German Civil War ends. However, that doesn't matter. Actually, will we still get our German support? I mean, it remains to be seen, I guess. We're just gonna have to hope that the military junta, after fighting a very ferocious civil war, wants to send support halfway across the world for goddamn Afghanistan. Now we're gonna request Japanese support, and the German military junta agrees to support us. Fantastic. Now we're just gonna hope for Japan to accept as well, and there we go. The Japanese shogunate also agrees to support us. And now I guess we'll also do contact rural Maliks, because we'll get even more Pashtun militia divisions to join us in the civil war, and also the next focus is gonna be very good as well. I need to win the civil war fast, and I need to crush the opponent. I will not be fighting a multiple-month civil war in Afghanistan in the mountains. No, thank you. Although it is already taking me like multiple months to set up the civil... Shut up. And now that we've contacted rural Maliks, we will now convene a loyal jirga, in which the opposing side in the civil war for 180 days get these terrible debuffs, such as division attack and defense nerfs on core territory. And we will also be joining the Sadabad Pact, because for now, that is a pretty good thing to be joining, I think. It does benefit us greatly. And now we have convened a loyal jirga and done like 10 focuses to prepare for the civil war. We will finally start it with the Fakirs revolt. Alright, shameless shill time. Please subscribe to the channel. At 70k, I'll do something funny. And don't worry, the first episode of the mega campaign, the CK3 part, should be coming out sometime in the next 2 weeks, depending on how recording for CK3 goes. But yeah, please subscribe, please. And I'm also keeping my political power for when the civil war starts, because I swear to God, each time I hire people before a civil war, they're always on the opposing side and then they get fired, and then I enter a depressive episode. Alright, now that we've done the Fakirs revolt, we are now the Emirates of Afghanistan. Is it actually that? Is this actually the fucking formable? Okay, I mean, I guess we already formed it. Hooray, hurrah. What a great video that was. Alright, well, I guess we'll start hiring people. I mean, I guess we'll hire an offense specialist, army logistics. Let's see how the civil war looks. It seems that they have maybe a bit more troops than us, but we will get German and Japanese support. They also have way bigger of an industry. Tough luck, I guess, whatever. Alright, now that we've done the Fakirs revolt, I guess now we will do adopt the Nufus. We'll just try to build a strong standard army, I suppose. And Japanese and German support arrive. Fantastic. Splendid. And also we have a second civil war in Russia. They're actually trying to steal the attention away from me. This civil war is way more important. It's so sad to see countries that are so desperate for attention that they'll start their own civil war to overshadow mine. And the little entente is reaffirmed and adopt Nufus is finished. We will now do a standing army, which gives our army even more buffs and 2 military factories. Low-key, I need the German and Japanese support to arrive immediately. We are not pushing. None of us are pushing. They're taking their time. They're certainly taking their time. I do really want them to arrive, but They sure are taking their time. And now that we've done a standing army, we'll now expand a military academy, which gives us more max planning factor and less training time. What, are they actually arriving? Was that like a bit? Did they do a bit? Were they joking around with me? Were they like, haha, yeah, we'll send you support. The support is not arriving. Yeah, no, I think they're fibbing with me because no foreign support is arriving. I guess we'll have to thug it out on our own then. Polish-Romanian alliance, Iran export deal. I don't care. Just kill the rebels, please. That's all I ask for. Oh my god, no one is pushing. Okay, we'll do mountain training because I want to do dominate the mountain, which gives us 3 mountaineer divisions. I need them right now. And now India's split into Pakistan and India. That doesn't really concern me yet though, because I can't win this goddamn civil war. And now that we've done mountain training, we are now going to do dominate the mountains, which gives us 3 mountaineer divisions, as I mentioned earlier. That is our only hope. All right, we have 3 mountaineers now. Maybe the foreign support is the friends we made along the way, and the friends we made along the way are these mountaineers. At least push these divisions, man, please. Come on. Force attack. I don't care. Just push something on the front. And now that we've done dominate the mountains, I guess we'll do invite foreign military advisors, although they didn't even send us troops, so I can't really trust anything foreign at this point. All right, we pushed them 1 tile. Riveting. Let's take Kabul, please. The worst part is, even if we take Kabul, it's not going to be the end of it. It's really only the start. The goddamn Russian Civil War ended before ours. The Russian Civil War. Russia, a country that is 9 billion times our size. Please, just take Kabul, man. All right, now that we've invited foreign military advisors, we'll now do expand the standing army, which would get more recruitable population. You know, the Civil War would probably be done by now if certain countries kept their promise of sending troops over during the Civil War. And now we're going to purchase foreign aircraft. It's gone to the point where I'm looking into getting a few aircraft to at least get 1 edge against like the other Afghanistan. 1 edge. Oh, I just completed the aircraft focus. We don't even have an airport to put them in. All right. Guess we'll do increase air purchases, even though it doesn't matter. There is a focus that I saw down there that is going to be our only salvation at this point. It's 1939, by the way. It is 1939, and I have done nothing. I might just reload a save, honestly, because it's been 3 years and nothing has been completed. All right, now that we've done increased air purchases, we will now purchase foreign tanks. Again, it doesn't really matter. I just want to get to the last focus of this branch. Prussians of the Orient. We're going to be like the Prussia of the Balkans, except we're a very weak landlocked country in the middle of Asia. And now that we've done purchase foreign tanks, we'll now do expand equipment purchases. And Germany is at war once again, it seems, with Yugoslavia and Romania, while in a faction with Hungary here. And now that we've done expand equipment purchases, we're going to become the Prussians of the Orient. The Prussians of the Orient that can't even defeat the other Afghans in their own country for 3 goddamn years. All right, now that we've done Prussians of the Orient, can we just take Kabul, for the love of God? All right, well, we took Kabul at least. That's just great. Alright, well, we've taken Farah. For some reason, there's another Farah there. Can they die, please? I probably am still gonna reload a save because this civil war has taken too long. Too many things have happened in the world at this point. I feel just late to the party. Alright, thank God. Kingdom of Afghanistan has indeed capitulated. I would reload a save, but then again, the lack of foreign support just isn't gonna change. Surely. Okay, you know what? Let's see if it's a one-time bug. Let's see if this time, when we reload the civil war, the foreign support actually does show up. Alright, great. It's 1939 anyway, so it is kind of whatever in the end. But I think I did lose less manpower, and now the Penis province is independent. So, you know, I think this is a W overall. But I guess we did finish the Civil War faster because we didn't get to Prussians of the Orient. Now that we've done purchase foreign tanks, we'll now do expand the madrasas. And what the hell? Did I just see the anarchists win in the Civil? That almost never happens. My goodness. I mean, it seems they're getting pushed into by Portugal, but damn, this rarely happens. Probably the rarest Spanish Civil War winner. Alright, so now that we've done expanded madrasas, I guess we can either do Crown the Golden Emir or Crown the Bukharan Emir. Honestly, the second Afghan Empire does sound cooler than whatever's going on over here. Actually, wait. Here I can do Timurid bureaucracy. Wait, can I form? I can restore the Timurid Empire. That kind of does sound funny. Does that mean I'm gonna have to do this path again for the second Afghan Empire? Maybe. I don't know. Probably. Man, I hate Afghanistan. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something very cool. I'm gonna do a cop-out. First, we're gonna do Bukharan Emir. We'll now do restore Herat. We'll now do Hone the Shamshir. And now that we've honed the Shamshir, we will now proclaim the second Afghan Empire. And now we've restored the second Afghan Empire. And oh no, my fingers. Oh no, why am I going to the load save game button? No, oh no, I'm returning to the previous save. Oh no, this is so sad. Whoa, where am I scrolling? Oh no, wait, don't click on the invite the Mughal prince focus. That's gonna lock me out of the second Afghan Empire. Okay, unfortunate. Well, I guess I did do the second Afghan Empire. Don't have to make a whole video on it. I'm not returning to Afghanistan, please. Whatever you do, don't bring me back here. All right, now we've invited the Mughal prince, and now we are the Mughal Emirate. Now we will do Timurid bureaucracy, which gets rid of Pashtunwali, which is one of our worst national spirits. And while all this is going on in Europe, damn, the Germans are fighting on a pretty damn big front here. And they're also fighting the Union of Britain. What's new at this point? And I don't know what Portugal or Spain are doing here. And did the Indian People's Republic just join the Czech Entente? Why? What do you have in common with either Romania or Yugoslavia? I guess that you're communist. Sure, whatever, man. Alright, now that we've done Timurid bureaucracy and gotten rid of Pashtunwali, we'll now do Honda Shamshir, which gives us 2 military factory and cost reduction for land doctrine. Also, we need more research slots. Having 2 research slots in 1939 is diabolical. We will now do promote Muslim work ethic, which gives us less consumer goods factories, more construction speed, and more factory output. And Iraq invaded Saudi Arabia, only took like half of their territory for some reason. I'm not too sure why they bothered. This is quite possibly the worst infantry template that I've ever seen in my life. This is probably the first infantry template I've ever seen in my life that isn't even majority infantry. Now that we've promoted Muslim work ethic, we will now do probably Ulugh Beg Academy. We get 1 more research slot because I'm begging for another research slot. Am I right, guys? That was absolutely funny. I also have to get rid of subsistence economy. This is terrible. Minus 50% factory output. My goodness. The thing I don't really like about Afghanistan, and I mean, I guess it makes sense, is that you have like 100 problems at the start of the game, and the gameplay is about fixing those 100 problems, and you don't really get to do much else until you fixed everything. And now that we have begged ourselves another research slot, I guess now we will expand the telegraph network, because I really need to get rid of subsistence economy. And now that we've done expand the telegraph network, I guess now we will do Baglan Sugar Factory, which reduces our subsistence economy debuffs and gives us 1 civilian factory. That's pretty damn good. Now that we've done Baglan Sugar Factory, we'll now do fruit processing, which once again gives us 1 civvy and modifies our subsistence economy positively. And if you're wondering what's going on in Europe, the Central Powers are tearing shit up, except in Italy, they're not really pushing into that, and France is monarchist now, and they are right next to anarchist Spain. I wonder where that will lead. British Communist Alternative. Okay, that's my reaction every time I see the British Communist Alternative as well. It's just such a terrible faction name. I'm just like, alright, yeah, okay. I don't know why you went with that, but sure, whatever. Now that we've done fruit did I just see the fucking European Union form? Oh, you look at that. Netherlands is the European president. I forgot that they can do this. Now that we've done fruit processing, we will now do expand Karakul lambskin industry, which again, you know, it's the last 2 focuses. It's the same focus. It's the same deal. Oh, look at that. The frauds that didn't send us volunteers declared war on Russia. I wish they're worse for you, Japan. I wish on your eternal downfall. Now that we've done expand Karakul lambskin factory, we are going to wait for excavation research to end real quick, because it unlocks a focus clear malarial swamps, which gives us more stability and adds 3 building slots. And now Bourbon France is having a very big communist revolution. Holy shit. Yeah, you're dead, buddy. My goodness. So now I guess the anarchists will get along a bit better with France, you know. I think they prefer communists to monarchy any day. Now that we've cleared malarial swamps, we'll now do construct a Karga Dam, which gives us a Karga Dam. Now that we've constructed Karga Dam, I guess we will now establish the Helmand Valley Authority, in which we build like a dam on the border with Iran, and they're gonna get all pissy about it. And now that we established the Helmand Valley Authority, we'll probably now expand the copper and tin mines to get 16 steel. I don't want to trade for it with the French. Iranian government demands river negotiations. Do I care? That's the question, right? Do I care? Do I care if you don't like my dam? Hold on, before replying, I'm just gonna send a bunch of troops on the border, just in case. And then we're gonna say, no to the negotiations, and they're just gonna have to cope with it, really. We have no supply in our own land, but they're not gonna be able to push us. What are you gonna do about it, Reza Shah Pahlavi? Nothing. You're a fucking coward. Iranian government goes silent on Helmand alterations. That's what I fucking thought, my guy. Imagine being scared of Afghanistan. It's kind of sad. I'll be honest. It is kind of sad. Now we can't do a modern economy yet because we don't have 20 civilian factories. Fair enough. Yeah, guys, why don't I have 20 civilian factories as Afghanistan? Now we're gonna do unify the Islamic world. Whatever at this point. And Austria-Hungary has come back with no Austria. And French Commune declared war on the European president, I'm assuming. Actually, they also declared war on Germany and the entirety of the Central Powers. Why would you do this, French Commune? They're at war with literally all of their neighbors except for Italy. Alright, Pakistan accepts the invitation. Shibe Salma rejects the invitation. The Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic accepts. Kievan Jadidis Republic accepts. Hashemite Kingdom accepts. Yemen joins. Crimea rejects. Azerbaijan joins. Wait, why? Is Crimea Islamic? Okay, well, I don't fucking know. Republic of Turkmenistan joins. Sultan of Muscat and Oman joins. Morocco joins. And yeah, a lot of people are joining. Holy shit. Now we're the leader of the Ittihad-e-Islami. I don't think our faction is that strong, to be honest. But it doesn't matter, because now we are going to do Return to Delhi, in which we get a conquer war goal on India. And Italy has fractured into civil war, which means, yeah, the Central Powers are beating their ass. Alright. It'll be interesting to see where it goes here in Europe. And this is the most cursed-ass civil war front I've ever seen. Alright, are we ready for a war against India? No idea, but I should probably declare war war just because it's funny. And I just really want something to do, to be honest. And also I want to go to service by requirement. Come on now. And now that we've done return to Delhi, we'll now do rehabilitate the Sakawists, which removes disgruntled minority in 2 of our provinces. I don't even know if we're gonna get that many boosts from that, but whatever. And we've taken Delhi, which is right now called Indraprastha. And we've also taken Bombay, which is called Shaktipur. So yeah, I think the push is going kind of well. I think right now we're just kind of overwhelming them with the numbers in our faction. And also there's a big encirclement up here. I don't know if we'll be able to clear it that well, but it exists. And now that we have rehabilitated the Sakawists, we will now do prepare to war industries, in which we get 3 military factories. And the Indian People's Republic has capitulated. Wait, actually, weren't they in the Czech Entente? Wait, what happened with that? What the hell? Alright, well, I'm not complaining, I suppose. And nobody's contesting me because I have claims on all of it. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh, they gave it to me. Oh, how nice of you. Oh my god. Oh, that's so quaint. Thank you very much, guys. Look at that. Now the Mughal Emirate has pretty much all of India. And the Japanese shogun joined the European Union. Yeah, that's normal. This is HOI4 after all. Alright, and I also have claims on all of Pakistan's land. I might have to kill them. Like, if I just bring Iran into this, it should be easy collapse. And also, they are probably going to prioritize pushing into our Indian lands, but we don't have cores on them, so it doesn't matter. And we can focus in on killing Pakistan. And we also have to figure out what trains are again, because we need 5 more trains. Great. Actually, we can move our capital to Delhi and make it a core immediately. Interesting. Well, actually, no. It only takes 35 political power to core each of the Indian states, and it only takes 7 days. What? That's actually so good. All right, now we're going to kick Pakistan from this faction, and we're going to start justifying on them right away. 80 days. Now that we've done prepare war industries, we will now do expand equipment purchases so that we can get the Prussians of the Orient. Alright, justification on Pakistan's done. I think we all know what comes next. And we're about to capture Karachi if we don't fumble it. But we can never be too sure, as I am very well versed in the art of fumbling the bag. We've taken Ahmedabad as well. And we cleared out a few encirclements there. Now once we take like Jaipur and also maybe take Calcutta again, it should be over for them. Also another encirclement up here, but who's really surprised? And now that we've done expand equipment purchases, we'll now become the Prussians of the Orient. Get 10% division organization, more division defense, and more division attack. And we're clearing out those encirclements there. Now we're just gonna rush for Calcutta and finish this off. I just designed a tank, and I did not know that tanks could look this chopped until today. What is this? What in God's name is this abomination I have brought into this world? Imagine giving birth to a child and it looks like this. Now that we've completed Prussia of the Orient, I mean, I saw the change immediately. Now we're actually pushing them so well. Pakistan, no matter what you do, you can't really stop us at this point. We're the Prussia of the Orient. All right, buddy. Next, we're going to do reviving the workshop of the world, get 2 more civilian factories. And now we're also just going to move the capital to Delhi at this point. It's pretty safe to do so. Also, we're going to start integrating all of these lands here. And once we take Calcutta, it should pretty much be over. They can't really do anything against the Prussia of the Orient, I'm afraid. And there we go. Now the war is over. We've taken pretty much the entire Indian subcontinent. Imagine being Pakistan, being invited to like the Islamic cooperation factions. Like, oh yeah, we're all gonna be friends. We're gonna fight against our oppressors. We're gonna fight against our colonizers. And then I just kill them. I just murder them cold blood the first opportunity I get. And I bring Iran into it as well. And already by coring a few states, our core population is 69 million people from 7 million. You know, a bit powerful, I think. And also I don't get the Indian debuffs of agrarian society. So all that manpower is pure manpower just injected into my veins. And now that we have more than 20 civilian factories, we can finally do a modern economy, get rid of subsistence economy completely. Well, I do have to apologize to Afghanistan. I wasn't familiar with your game. This path is kind of fucking overpowered and very strong, and kind of fun if we can keep this momentum going. Also, I really love how it doesn't take 90 fucking days to core these. That's amazing. That's just beautiful. Now that we've done a modern economy, we're actually kind of a powerful country instead of being kind of garbage. Now we will do infrastructure investment because we need to get to that 4th research slot pronto. And now that I've done infrastructure investment, we will now do electrification. Sounds good because it basically just improves Kabul a lot. It's not our capital anymore, but you know, the people living in Kabul, they're the OGs. We have to respect the OGs. All right, now that I've done electrification initiatives, we will now do modernized radio Kabul, get more stability, more research speed, and more ideology drift defense. And also we figure out what a radio is in 1943. Now that we've done modernized radio Kabul, we'll now do Afghanistan ring road, which generally just improves our country once again regarding to all of our states and economic regionalism or whatever the fuck. And our next war, we should probably start plotting our next war here. Next, we're gonna establish Afghan Railway Company, which gives us a bunch of buffs regarding trains. The Hashemite Caliphate just pulled a Saddam Hussein and invaded Kuwait. They're just dead. They just died very quickly there. And now they declared war on Palestine as well. Now they declared war on Bahrain. I don't know how they're gonna naval invade Bahrain. Let's see how it's going in Europe. In Europe, the Central Powers seem to be running the show, kind of. European Union is pretty goddamn strong as well. I don't know why, but the Global Defense Council joined the European Union, and I think Bourbon Oh, France beat the odds, and now they're back, actually. I think Russia is invading Poland, Sweden, and I think they're just fighting the European Union in general. All right, next we're gonna expand Kabul University, get one more research slot. And there we go. That's what I thought would happen. Hashemite Caliphate declared war on Qatar. Qatar joined the British Communist Alternative. We are now at war with the British Communist Alternative. Is it just Britain and a bunch of other irrelevant states? It is. Okay, that's actually pretty simple and straightforward to take out. It also allows us to invade Sri Lanka, which has a lot of rubber, which we will need for our planes. I guess we can accept this call to arms. It doesn't really matter. I actually feel so bad for slandering Afghanistan because this is probably one of the strongest fucking paths in the game now. Like, holy shit, this is powerful. All right, next we're gonna establish military industries, get 2 more military factories here. And now that we have established military industries, we'll now do new branches for the Baglan Sugar Company, which gives every member of the Sadabad Pact production efficiency buffs. Doing all of the Sadabad Pact stuff, I do want to kill Turkey eventually, but we are going to use them for now. And now that we've done new branches for the Baglan Sugar Company, we will now do Mughal Desert Training, which gives everyone buffs to have their troops perform better in hot climates. And next we're going to start researching paratroopers, because God knows we're not going to be able to naval invade Sri Lanka. Look at how red this is. Actually, we also have claims on Burma. We might have to invade them. I mean, they're definitely going to join the British faction, but I don't care. They have a lot of good resources. All right, let's declare war on Burma now. We're just going to invade them. You know the drill. And what? The communist country joined the British Communist Alternative? What? No way. No way. I am literally soy facing right now. I'm stunned. I'm distraught, honestly. I thought we were homies, Burma. I don't know why you would do this to me. And yeah, no one really stands a chance against the Prussia of the Orient, to be honest. It's not even a contest, really. Let's take Goon City, please. Goon City is ours, and Burma will die soon once we take Mandalay. And there we go. Socialist Republic of Burma is dead. Can we also core them? Oh my goodness, this formable is so fucking strong. I don't think the Mughals... Did the Mughals... Okay, hold on. I have to search up a map of the Mughal Empire at its peak. There's no fucking way that they stretch all the way to Burma. There's just simply no way. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they did, but they still allow us to core them. That's very nice of them. God, I'm gonna burn in hell for slandering Afghanistan this much. Holy shit. All right, next we're gonna establish chromite mines. 24 chromium. Sure, whatever. And now that we've established chromite mines, funnily enough, I think we can actually go communist Mughals because we can do socialist coup down here, which I don't know why, but that sounds so funny. I'm not doing that, obviously. We're not gonna let the Green Goblin Mask convince us to do that. We're gonna do Ministry of Supply. All right, now that we've done Ministry of Supply, we'll do the Afghanistan Bank. And now Germany has declared war on the Belgian Congo, which means now they're also at war with the European Union. This is gonna be interesting. Well, they would be if the Dutch weren't such fucking cowards. They're not even defending their ally. Tragic. Never been more disappointed. All right, next we're probably going to do invest in Spinzar cotton factories. Give us 2 civilian factories. That's cute. Send volunteer request from the United States. Yeah, sure, you can give us 9 volunteers. Alf Landon. Where are these American volunteers gonna go? What are you gonna contribute to, American volunteers? Oh, to defending the front against the Global Defense Council. Fair enough, actually. Yeah, they are so dangerous, I tell you. All right, now the European Union has finally stopped being such a fucking coward, and they joined, and now they're dying. Maybe not joining was the right call. They decided to die an honorable death at the very least. And after taking Sri Lanka, we should probably start focusing on probably maybe invading Russia. That might be an interesting target. Let's do Reclaim Transoxiana, which is of course a reference to EU4. Transoxiana never really existed except in EU4. And no, the Japanese shogun invaded Sri Lanka. Okay, I guess we will be invading the Soviet Union immediately then. Unfortunate, man. And look at that. Russia's threatening our penis-shaped ally. We can't have that at all. Unacceptable. And now that we've done Reclaim Transoxiana, I mean, we are also gonna have to kill, you know, Turkmenistan because, you know, that is Transoxianian land. We are going to have to murder them later. We're also gonna have to kill our penis-shaped ally. That's a bit unfortunate. You know, it's sad, but, you know, that's the state of the world. We've declared war on Russia. Let's see how they handle the Prussia of the Orient. Next, we're going to do ally the Sikhs because it gives us weekly manpower and also increases our division attack and defense even more. Holy shit, we're strong. The only thing preventing us from pushing that well right now is supply. We'll find ways to get supply. We always do. And I think we also have a war goal on Tajikistan, so we're gonna kill them real quick and maybe expand the front with the Russians a bit more. All right, Tajikistan, time to die. Yeah, you're dead. I think, hopefully. And Turkey, I think, just died, and Tajikistan also died. And yeah, Turkey is now the Republic of Turkey, and they are democratic. Disgusting. Hashemite Caliphate declares war on the Republic of Turkey, breaking the Sadabad Pact. Unfortunate. That was such a good thing we had going. Oh no, we still have it. It's just that Iraq doesn't have it anymore. I won't be joining the war on Turkey just yet. I don't think that's a wise idea. And Turkey has capitulated to the great armies of Syria, I guess. Incredible developments going on in this world. Bourbon France has finally capitulated to the Central Powers. The Central Powers are really fucking fucking strong. I don't know who needs to hear it. You can just kind of look at this. Let's go for the small encirclement here of Russian troops. There we go. The Russians are piling a lot of troops for like this supplyless land. Usually they don't pile that many troops if there's no supplies, but they want us dead. And the feeling is mutual, to be fair. So honestly, I don't blame them. Wait, we might go for this crazy encirclement here. Hold on, hold on, hold on. We might be doing some insane Reddit. Oh my goodness, insane Reddit encirclement. And now I guess we'll also do rebuild the Silk Road and get 2 civilian factories, 1 military factory. And also it allows us to build railways and supply hubs faster. And now they completely abandoned the front. I actually don't know why. Yeah, why? Like, you're just being attacked by Sweden up there. What happened, Russia? What are you doing? And we've taken Tsaritsyn, also known as Stalingrad in some circles. And now we can do restore the Timurid Empire. I like how there's like actually no requirements for it. You can just reform the Timurid Empire if you want. And then you get the cores after, which I'm assuming is a lot of Iran. We might have to kill Iran. I was not paying attention to my infantry equipment. This is kind of bad. Probably gonna pause the front just for a bit. And now that we've restored the Timurid Empire, we're now the Timurid Empire. I know, it's incredible. And now we can do the crown in the world, which gives us even more division attack, more army organization regain, less generate war goal tension limit, and less justify war goal time. My goodness. We may be a revived long dead empire, but we still suffer the consequences of supply, so we're gonna have to take these supply hubs. And a small little encirclement here. That's good, that's good. Basically, I have cores on all of Iran. We're gonna have to betray them eventually here. 37 million manpower isn't really enough, I'm afraid. And next, we're going to reorganize the Royal Guard because it creates 2 units. I mean, that's not why we're doing it. The reason I want to do this is because I want to not only reintroduce war elephants, but I also want to reintroduce heavy cavalry because it gives us cavalry buffs. And you know how much I love cavalry. I have an unhealthy obsession with cavalry. Now that we've done reorganize the Royal Guard, we'll now reintroduce heavy cavalry. And especially with the pure division buffs that we have, cavalry could be kind of really good. And another encirclement over here. And now we've split the Russian army into 2 in the Caucasus and their main army up here. And we've taken Rostov. That's good, that's good. And Russian Empire just declared war on Kalmykia. I wonder if we can invite them to our they already joined the European Union. God damn it. They're declaring war on a lot of people, actually. Hold on, hold on. We have to invite some of these people. Damn, they keep joining the European Union. And of course, the Mountainous Republic of Dagestan doesn't want to join our faction. I feel so excluded. We can invite Armenia, at least. Sure, man. Oh, and Ukraine joined the Russian faction. Okay, that's a bit annoying. But it's nothing that is not manageable. Now that we have reintroduced heavy cavalry, we'll now reintroduce war elephants. I don't even know if war elephants are good. We'll see. I know they got hard countered even back in the day. They're probably going to get even harder countered like in the modern day as well. Alright, now that we've reintroduced war elephants, we will now do, I'm not too sure what actually. I guess we'll utilize the Cameliers. It gives us supply efficiency and less supply combat penalties on core territory. And we're gonna finish off the Russians in the Caucasus here. They're a bit annoying. They're not being very wholesome Chungus at the moment, and I don't appreciate that. I don't know why I keep saying things like that. It might be the HOI4 brain. Oh, it gave us 2 elephant divisions. Yeah, how good are elephants? Jesus Christ. That's a lot of soft attack, isn't it? My goodness. All right, well, I guess we'll give elephants to an army. All right, and an encirclement of Russian and Ukrainian troops here. And look at that. The fucking elephants have arrived. Let's see how good the elephants are. Not a very good debut for the elephants, I must say. Oh, cavalry, it's good to see you back. It's so good. Cavalry buffs are actually so underrated. They're so good. Anything that makes cavalry viable is amazing. Next, we're going to do establish cavalry regiments. And now we're going to have pretty much 3 different types of animals in our army. That is kind of stupid, but also funny at the same time. And yet another encirclement here. And yet another encirclement. Who could have seen this one coming? Alright, now we finished the cavalry focus. And now we will do, I guess we will do establish new naval bases. Imagine you're a Russian prisoner and you are promised maybe your freedom if you fight well in this war. But instead you get encircled by the fucking Timurid Empire and you are about to be trampled by a bunch of elephants, horses, and camels. What do you even do at that point? Like, I mean, you just die, I guess. Like, holy shit. Another encirclement. And yet another goddamn encirclement. Oh my goodness, we're gonna get so much land. All this war score is gonna be so worth it. And let's finish off these divisions in garrison. Alright, next we're gonna establish Mughal shipping, unfortunately. And we are now encroaching upon Kyiv. It will fall, I'm afraid. And there we go. Ukraine's gone. And now we have an empty front basically begging us to push. You know what? Let's convert all of the divisions in this army to cavalry. And from down there, just push up. Finish them off. And it seems we can invite a country to our faction. China. That's a pretty damn good deal. Look at that. Ittihad Islami with a very Islamic country. China. Not Xinjiang, China. No. China. And we've captured Minsk. We're encroaching upon Moscow. Slowly but surely. We're gonna get there. Next, we're gonna establish a naval academy, unfortunately. Alright, next we're gonna develop a domestic naval industry here. Alright, we take in Moscow. We're almost at St. Petersburg. I want Russia to die very quickly at this point. They are kind of dragging this war at this point. They've kind of lost. I don't really know who Russia's trying to impress, but it's not working. Encirclement here in Russia. Why are they so slow? Is it because it's so cold? Yeah, probably. It is extremely cold, to be fair. Man, they're gonna get to St. Petersburg before us. Never mind. I mean, I guess the extremely cold applies to everybody. Let's invest in naval development. I need it to become summer again. Another encirclement. And we've taken Nizhny Novgorod. Yeah, we're just gonna push towards Kazan, and they're probably gonna die eventually along the way. Oh, it's getting warmer again. The horses are moving. Kazan falls. Let's keep moving. I feel bad for these camels that are walking through the cold wastes of Russia. I don't think they were built for this. And while we're at it, we're also pushing into Finland because I think they're also a major. White Finland capitulates. And so now the only thing that we have to kill is Russia, the big boy. I don't think they're gonna live for that much longer. Yep, the game froze. They're dead. And we have 39% the war score. What the fuck? I kind of thought I had more, but I guess it's fine. Alright, peace deal over. I took a lot of this land. There's Timurid Russia, there's Timurid Finland, Timurid Estonia, Timurid Latvia, and also the Ukrainian Hetmanate, which is of course our puppet. And now you've got like a few mega factions on the map. This is literally just a 1984 world. Alright, next we're gonna do reclaim Mogulistan, and we're gonna have to kill Xinjiang, unfortunately. Yeah, it's sad. Alright, I'm back the next day. I was very tired yesterday after the war, and I just noticed the European Union is attacking China. I don't know why they're doing it, but they certainly are doing it, that's for sure. I will probably go punish Japan after I finish Xinjiang off. And it doesn't seem like Russia learned their lesson after we destroyed them, because now they just declared war on our Ukrainian puppet. What the fuck? Alright, we finished reclaim Mogulistan. Yeah, it's time for Xinjiang to meet its fate. I mean, I could have just joined the war because, you know, China is at war with them. But, you know, it's more fun to justify on your own why you should kill a bunch of people instead of joining someone else's war, killing a bunch of people, you know what I'm saying? And the other than the terrible supplier push into Xinjiang's going kind of well. Imagine declaring war on my Ukrainian puppet and then getting invaded by Armenia and losing to Armenia. I just commit seppuku out of shame at that point, man. Yeah, I don't really know what focus is to do anymore. I guess we'll just go to army training. Because if we want to take out the armies of the world, we're gonna have to build a much bigger army than we have right now. We're gonna need more horses, more camels, more elephants, more of everything. And Urumqi will fall soon because we have unlimited CAS, even if there's no supply here. CAS fixes everything, I think. I sure hope so, because I don't really want the Xinjiang war to last like a few years. I just want it to last maybe a week or two more, maybe. I need our army to walk into Urumqi at this point, man. They have other cities. Come on. One day, countries in this region will figure out how supply lines work and how to build supply, but those days are not now. And the German military junta declared war on the Philippines. Okay, so now I guess they're at war with the United States. I mean, the Central Powers were my next target anyway, because I do need to kill the UK somehow, and I'm not gonna build a fleet. Fuck that. I'm just gonna invade the Central Powers and then pair drop from there. The Central Powers are just kind of in my way, geographically speaking. Okay, well, one of the countries capitulated, and it's the Russian Federation. Well, I didn't really participate. It was mostly the Hashemite Caliphate, apparently, so I'll leave it to them. I think they're the experts of this war, and I should trust them. I'm just gonna steal their ship instead. And it's mostly a white piece. What the hell was that war for? And Xinjiang has died, thank God. You know what the funny thing is? China has been fighting them for so much longer, so we're probably not gonna get anything from this. My revenge will be great. Oh, and now the Russian Federation declares war on Timurid Estonia, literally a day after they just got spared. Alright, we're gonna start justifying on Austria-Hungary. Their faction is on our way to defeat the UK, so we're just gonna have to kill their entire empire here. Although calling this an empire, absolutely pathetic. It has nothing on the Timurid Empire, let's be honest. And I think the war goal is pretty justifiable. You know, we're conquering Palestine from them. We can't have these Austro-Hungarian infidels have the Holy Land. That belongs to the Timurid Empire. here. Alright, well, let's declare war on them now. The initial push seems to be going well. Let's try to cut them up into north here. And I guess on the way to defeating Hungary, we're also going to kill Russia here. Okay, we're going to pause the front a bit. Now it's becoming a bit more of a meat grinder. We're going to let our forces plan out their attacks a bit more. We're going to try to micro bit here to cause some funny casualties like that. Frontal assaults are funny, but it usually just leads to a bunch of like lost equipment. I mean, casualties I don't really have to worry about because we have like 45 million fucking manpower. But yeah, losing equipment is still a concern. Also, I don't know why we're taking this land for the United... Why? What the... Ruse? Why the hell are you in Ruse? Guess we'll ask Bulgaria for military access so that we can push through this land. We're gonna try to cut them off down here so that this pocket dies and we can take the holy city of Istanbul. So yeah, we're gonna take Constantinople here because this is the EU4 video after all. Alright, so we've kicked them out of this area of the Balkans. And now I think we're gonna try to do a very big encirclement, pushing from here and from here maybe? Let's see if we can pull this off. Mini encirclement there. And big encirclement here, there we go. And, wait, hold on. Syria's pushing into Bulgaria. Bulgaria is part of the European Union. It does make sense for Syria to be at war with the European Union, because the European Union is at war with China. Yeah, that's fair, actually. So we have a pretty cool Syrian empire here, and they're the ones that control Istanbul. We are, of course, going to ask for control of Istanbul, though, because, you know, we are the EU4 country, and we have to control the funny EU4 city. Now I really want to get to these aluminum deposits, because our plane production is kind of falling apart, and we can't really have that. And right now, since Syria's occupying all this Bulgarian line, I can't push in from there because for some reason they don't want to join in on the German war. So that's a bit annoying. So I guess I am gonna have to join the war against the European Union here. And now we can probably ask for the land that we need here so that we can actually push into our opponent. Alright, we're pushing into Tirana, Albania. Nothing they can do to stop the horses, of course. And another big encirclement there. They will be dying very shortly. And it seems Budapest has fallen. The first big city of the Great Austro-Hungarian Empire has fallen. I like how their capital doesn't move to Vienna. No, it moves to Prague next. And once again, another encirclement. Duchy of Tuscany's dead. Oh yeah, they're getting naval invaded by the Mexican Soviet Republic. As you do, you know. It just happens sometimes. You're just chilling. Then the Mexican Soviet Republic somehow naval invades you in Italy. You know, it happens to the best of us. Another encirclement here, of course. And for some reason, there's another pocket with like the Philippines here. Why does that exist? No clue. And now there's nothing the Austro-Hungarians can do to stop us. They're dedicating divisions here and there. And that's where their first mistake lies. You should always focus on the Timurid Empire, or else they will kill you. And look at that. The Papal States has capitulated, and right at the same time, Austria-Hungary also falls. And remember, we did join the war against the European Union, so we are still at war with the entirety of Europe, just under the different names, of course. And how does Germany have no troops at all, like anywhere? What? How many troops do they have? 24 to 97. Okay, well, that's certainly a choice. Or is it because, yeah, they're at 100% consumer goods factory factor? Holy shit, economy of conquest can just fuck your entire game up. My goodness. I don't think I've ever seen the AI handle economy of conquest well. They always fumble it. And yeah, Germany's gonna die very soon as well. Nothing can really save the Central Powers at this point. We're just gonna like snake into Hamburg and like Hanover and like Berlin. Just finish their suffering, man. It's the most humane thing I can do at this point. And there we go. The German military junta capitulates and the Central Powers have been defeated. Alright, peace deal over. I kind of got scammed. I only got like the Balkans and Cisleithania and like the Papal States, you know, as an Islamic puppet, you know. It's kind of f***ed up. I wanted a bit more, but it is what it is, I suppose. Germany got transitional governmented. What a terrible thing to do to somebody. And so yeah, right now we want to get rid of the European Union here in Europe. They're kind of a pain in the ass. And now these divisions are kind of trapped here. And I don't think the German transitional government's going to give us any military access. So we're going to have to save them now. All right, actually, we grabbed the port there. So false alarm, we'll be fine. The European Union is fraudulent. They've been dead in Europe for like so long. I don't even think they have that many troops here. And the European president has been killed in the video game, of course, and not in real life. Yeah, no, just to clarify, we've taken The Hague. Now there's this little pocket that we're going to murder. And Bourbon France has capitulated. Again, they have literally no presence in Europe anymore, so I'm not even surprised. The Central Powers essentially did our job for us. And now I think we're also going to try to pair-drop into the UK. I think they're the only member of their faction that's a major, so we should be able to end that war pretty quickly. And yeah, Global Defense Council also falls. And now I think the only person in the European Union we have to kill is probably just Japan. I mean, Japan Japan's really the only member I can think of at this point. All right, let's drop into the UK real quick. Oh, the landing's a bit harder than I thought, actually. I'm kind of impressed, but also kind of mildly annoyed because I have to set up another fucking pair drop operation, and that's just a drag. That's a failed landing. All right, well, that's just kind of a waste of my time, UK. You are going to die. You're just prolonging your own defeat. All right, let's see if we can land this time, please. This time I have a bunch of casts here, so it should go a bit better, hopefully, right? Yeah, I think we're gonna land. There we go. And we're just gonna send our army of cataphracts here, just kill them completely. And if you're wondering what the unicorn cavalry divisions are, it's just our cavalry template, except with a modern tank on it. So it's like a super fucking heavy cavalry unit, basically. It's just a super cataphract. And someone nuked the UK, but that's not important. What I want to do right now is farm war scores. So actually, we're gonna stop here. We can still take Wales if we want. We can just finish that pocket off. But we're gonna try to farm some war score up here. And that's a big ass fucking encirclement. Oh my goodness. Oh no, Union Britain died. No, we can farm more war score like a sweat. Damn it. All right, well, that's a bit unfortunate. All right, the war is over. I have puppeted Turkey here. I've puppeted Poland up there. Unfortunately, United Kingdom gets away scot-free. I know, it's tragic. All right, we're gonna take out Bourbon France here, and then we're gonna go kill Japan. I am tired of their bullshit. I guess we are gonna have to pair drop them. But it's actually so funny to see like the Papal states and their factions just Ittihad-e-Islami. All right, let's just push into Manchukuo, take the Korean Peninsula. The Mexican Soviet Republic declared war on the US. Okay, I do want to take advantage of this. They might die before we can, though. Hold on. Let's justify on the US and let's declare war on them. And then I'm going to invite Mexico to our faction. All right, justification on the US is done. We are going to declare war on them and we are going to invite the Mexican Soviet Republic. And never mind, we're not going to do that. We're going to ask for military access, I guess. I'm a dirty liar and you should not trust a word that I say. Okay, now we can invite the Mexican Soviet Republic. Okay, there we go. Now our troops will get there and hopefully we will be able to stave off their defeat. Our troops are making their way. Mexico, survive. Hold on. Hold the hell on. Wait until the great Timurid Empire arrives in the Americas. They're almost there. They're almost there. You can do it. Mexico, I trust you. I trust that you don't die for 2 seconds. Come on. Oh my god, they're going to die. They are so going to die. Okay, Manchukuo has capitulated. That's good. That's good. All right, our troops have arrived. Take back Puebla. No, Mexico City, don't fall. Do not fall. Take back Puebla now. I don't know if we're going to be able to save Mexico. There's no supply here. Hopefully we can, though. And other than that, in China, we have taken the peninsula here. Okay, the Mexican Soviet Republic has capitulated. The pushback begins now. The retaking of Mexico starts now, I think. Hopefully. We're pushing them back. Push them back with the elephants. All right, and Russian Federation. Oh, we were at war with them still? Oh, I don't really care. Okay, well, Russia, I appreciate you all my attention, but it's all right. It's okay. I'm just going to build ports on the entire coast of Mexico. What can go wrong? All right, well, we've encircled Mexico City somehow. The only problem we have right now is, like, apart from the lack of supplies, the lack of plane power or air power. I don't know why I said plane power. Another encirclement here in Mexico while I was looking away. And actually, we're pushing them quite handily here, even though we don't really have air supremacy. The animals are literally carrying. The elephants and our advanced cataphracts are actually really good. Oh, Japanese shogunate actually finally naval invaded us. Okay, we're gonna try to kill them before they kill us. And we're kind of pushing them here. Like, they have a lot of their troops here down south, but they're ignoring the north, and that's kind of good. I think we might get a bit overextended. All right, Japan is kind of popping off here and like here and stuff, but we are going to just pair drop them at this point. It's been fun, but you're going to die, Japan. It's over for you. And we're taking Kyushu here and we're pushing handily in the mainland. They're so done. They're finished. Let's see how it's going in the United States. Oh, we've reached Canada. That's how it's going in the United States. We've reached goddamn Canada. And yeah, there we go. The European Union has capitulated while I was looking at the United States. Unfortunately, China did fight Japan for like most of the time. So we only really got France, Timurid France, and Timurid Spain down here. And also a few more puppets in Italy. Now, China has a pretty interesting global empire spanning Scandinavia, Iceland, and Ireland. They also got Crimea, and there's also some of Caucasia as well. And I don't know why. I didn't take Manchukuo. They gave it to me. I didn't ask for this. Like, I swear I didn't take this because I don't need Manchukuo for anything. And if I wanted to take it so bad, I would have puppeted it. I don't know why China didn't take that. And the United States has declared war on Austria-Hungary, which I'm assuming that's our puppet. You're already at war with us. It's okay, United States. And encirclement of US troops here. Who are the majors in this faction? Is it United States and Brazil? Okay, that's reasonable. I guess we'll send the army that just took care of Japan into Brazil. And yeah, we're pushing into the United States quite handily here. We basically just split them in two, and I don't think there's anything they can do about it. And path to Washington is clear. Just go into there, I guess. And the United States has finally capitulated. Now all that remains is Brazil, and we're also gonna kill Canada, because why not? Surprisingly, that front isn't advancing much, but the Amazonian front, that's where it's at, apparently. The Timurid Empire was built for the Amazonian jungles, and Canada also capitulates. That's good, I guess. And yeah, we're at the doorstep of Brasilia. I don't think they expected us to come from the land rather than the sea, but it's too late now. They're going to die. This is what could have been if the Timurid Empire didn't die in the 1500s. They could have allied Soviet Mexico, guys. They could have conquered the Americas, but no, they fall to like, why did he fall again? I forgot. I don't know my Timurids lord. It's something to do with like Transoxiana and some bullshit, I think. And yeah, Brazil's completely collapsing at this point. They're finished. At this point, they're probably just doing the Napoleon. There's nothing we can do, meme, because there is truly nothing they can do. The horses and elephants are just too powerful. Simple as that. Sao Paulo will fall. Rio will fall in a few seconds. Maybe we will also have to take Porto Alegre, but I doubt it. Yep, that's it. And the war is finally over. Alright, peace deal is over. And unfortunately, we could only do a puppet of Timurid North American territories, unfortunately. And also Patriote Quebec. And also the province of Canada here. Other than that, like, I puppeted Sudan, I guess. The Hashemite Caliphate took a lot of Africa. China took a lot of Brazil. Mexican Soviet Republic basically took all of South America. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Like, there's nobody else. That was a very laid-back campaign. I thought this was actually gonna be pain. I mean, the Emirate of Afghanistan is a shitty form. It's not even a formable, but I guess it's a good precursor to the Timurid Empire, which is absolutely overpowered. I didn't even core all of the lands that are coreable, and it's this powerful. However, I can't really end it just yet because I do need to kill Konrad Adenauer, you know? Like I can't really trust him, really. Konrad Adenauer does need to disappear, unfortunately, yeah. Alright, justification on Germany's done. Let's kill them. Call all of her puppets in. Yeah, don't even waste my time, Germany. Just, like, capitulate. Nothing matters. And, you shouldn't have crossed me, Konrad Adenauer. You should not have crossed me at all. You do not fuck with the Timurid Empire. Alright, unfortunately, we didn't fight them for long enough. I wasn't able to, like, split them up enough. I mean, I could probably just kick out Iran and invade them, but what's the point? This is completely unnecessary bloodshed, which is why I might still do it anyway, because it's kind of funny. And really, it's sad that we have to do this, because Iran is the only reason we were able to get our initial Indian lands and Pakistani lands, and we were able to expand so quickly. But, you know, it is what it is. They own our cores. Oh, the current war remember the Sadabad Pact. Oh, unfortunate. Oh no, not the sanctity of the Sadabad Pact that has been violated like 5 times to this point. Yeah, Iran never really stood a chance. They're weak. They're bad. They're pathetic. And yeah, there we go. Iran's dead. It's all of our cores. Doesn't matter. And look at that. Now the only like actual Timurid lands that I don't think we own are like, you know, Turkmenistan and the Penis province. I don't really want to kill them, especially the Penis province. I feel like a connection to it. But yeah, the world ends under the complete domination of the Ittihad Islami. We end out with 470 million core population, which is absolutely insane. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, press the funny red button, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Good night. Oh, post-editing me here. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you to patrons Raymunu, Nicholas Green, Lars Von Caver, Penguin Lily, Arius, Leo McConnor, Rober, and Giraffka. And also, of course, thank you to all YouTube members $1 and up. You guys are also very, very appreciated. And I'm very tired, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.